Alright, hey guys, guess who's back? It's me, it's Thursday, and it's been a while because I've been very busy, but I'm back. I'm very happy about that. Now, a few weeks ago, I was hinting at doing a very big video, but that's not going to happen for a very long time because I don't have the resources to do it, and it's a lot of work, and yeah. I will, however, do a very impromptu, casual review of The Legend of Korra. Now, I don't know how many of you know what that is, but let me explain. I'm pretty sure most, if not all of you know what Avatar The Last Airbender is. It was a show on Nickelodeon years premiered in 2005, and it's fantastic, and it's a great feat of animation and imagination, and it was very successful. And 4 years later, we got a spin-off miniseries called The Legend of Korra, which now isn't a miniseries anymore, and they're going to make 3 more full seasons. But this is just a review of season 1 or book 1. Yeah, so Book 1 of Legend of Korra is 12 episodes. And the book starts with introducing Korra as a very headstrong, physical, not so much in touch with the spiritual side, avatar sort of thing. And she has already mastered 3 of the elements. Oh, and this is also 70 years after The Last Airbender. Wait, let me start over. Wait. I should have planned this out. Alright. So, yes. Legend of Korra is 70 years after Avatar The Last Airbender. Korra is very headstrong, and she's already mastered 3 of the 4 elements. She still needs to learn airbending from one of Aang's kids. But that airbender lives in Republic City, which is a city, and all the 4 nations are united now, so it's like the capital city. And so she kind of sneaks away off there because she's not supposed to learn airbending yet. And what she finds in Republic City is a bit of a mess. There are a few corrupt councilmen, or on the city's council board, and there is a very dark revolution going on trying to get rid of bending, and they're led by this really scary, weird guy with a mask who can take away people's bending. So I'll start by talking about the animation. The animation in Legend of Korra is a vast, huge step up from Avatar The Last Airbender. It's amazing what 4 years of advancement in the field can do to a show. It just looks gorgeous, and when they do have to use 3D models, the 2D animation blends perfectly. And the world they've created, Avatar The Last Airbender had a sort of ancient Asia, had sort of an Asian history entering Steam Age sort of thing going on here. This is Republic City is like Shanghai mixed with 1920s steampunk New York. And it takes some getting used to, especially after Avatar The Last Airbender's world. But God, it is amazing, and it's fascinating seeing how the world works. The animation shows it very well, and I love so many little touches. Cabbage Corp. Um, I love how they even have some they make a quick commentary on factories and child's labor, and it's a much more grittier world than Avatar: The Last Airbender. Which brings me to my next point: the villains. Now, Avatar: The Last Airbender had a few very strong villains, and those villains were Zuko, but only temporarily, and Azula. And Azula is an awesome villain. But then they had the Fire Lord, who's not a very good villain. He didn't have much character, and he didn't have much motivation either. This villain is the exact opposite of that. This villain is very relatable. You can see why he's doing this, even if you know it's wrong and crazy and extreme, and he has this really threatening voice, and he's pretty great. And this kind of cult revolution that he leaves, the Equalists dress in these really scary, dark costumes, and they're not benders. They fight with just normal martial arts, but they're really threatening and really scary, and a lot more dark than the Fire Nation. Which brings me to my next point, is that the show Legend of Korra is much more mature than Avatar: The Last Airbender in terms of its themes and how dark it will go and what it will hint at. And I love that they know, because if you watch Avatar: The Last Airbender at any age, it's still a great show, but at times it certainly does have to pander to the younger audience that it had at the time. Legend of Korra doesn't have to do that, mostly. Because now the show's creators know that they have a much older audience. Let's see, I'm trying to think. Yes, so the show starts off, the first main story arc of the show is Korra entering a pro bending tournament, which is like boxing but with bending, sort of, and she joins this team, the Fire Ferrets. And there's this weird love triangle between her, one of the Fire Ferrets, who doesn't quite like her but will eventually, spoilers, and another one who really likes Korra, but Korra doesn't like him back. And it's awkward because the Fire Ferrets are brothers. And that part of the show isn't very good. And it doesn't get any better when they add in another love interest for the older brother that Korra likes. Even though that love interest is a very cool character. That's probably the biggest problem with the show, is that I don't feel like the romance between Korra and Mako was particularly successful or well written, as say Katara and Aang, or Sokka and Suki, or even Zuko and Mei, which was very brief. So that part of the show is nowhere near up to snuff. That I know these two creators are capable of so much more, and that was kind of a letdown. And I also feel once you're done with the pro bending tournament, the show gets leaps and bounds better. The stakes get higher, things just start ramping up and going really fast, and And really, each episode really does end like you need to see what happens next. And then that's when the show really hits its stride. I just really liked it. Now, and I just also, this show has a great end. Or this season, this book has an amazing ending for its villain. I won't say more than that. So if you haven't seen Legend of Korra, or if you've seen Avatar: The Last Airbender but haven't checked Legend of Korra out, or if you've neither checked, if you've never checked any of them out, then shame on you. But you should. That's about all I've got to say. Legend of Korra is a fantastic series with beautiful animation, great characters. Love triangle's not so successful, but as an awesome villain, a fantastic hero, mostly well developed. The show's very well developed besides just that love triangle aspect. And it's a great TV show, well worth your time. As is Avatar: The Last Airbender. And, Legend of Korra is only 12 episodes in, so it's not even that big of a time commitment. You could easily watch the whole thing in a weekend. So yeah, that's about it. Great series. Signing off.